So in this video we're going to look at how to create a rate card in TransVirtual. We're assuming that you've already gone through and set up things like service levels, freight items and your zones. If you haven't, you need to go back and look at those videos and tutorials. There'll be links in the description below. To set up a rate card, we need to go to the finance menu, and then on the rate cards we've got the ability to set up customer and agent rates. For customer rate card, but the same thing applies to an agent's. So if we click on the customer rate card link, we'll go into our rate card list. On the left hand side we see a list of all the rate cards we've got set up, and on the right hand side the information. So we're going to click on the blue new rate button, and it'll ask us who we want to assign it to. We can come back in and change this later, but if you select a customer and click on the create button, you'll see that we've now got a Parker Industries rate card, which is orange because it hasn't been enabled on the right hand side. To turn this rate card on, we just click the enable rate slider and then update those settings. We've now got a rate card created for Parker Industries. Some of the key links we need to add to this rate card is a zone listing. We're going to select the correct zone list we want to do. Again, anytime it goes red in the background, you need to click that update to save. And we can actually add multiple customers to this rate card if required. So there isn't a one-to-one correspondence between customers and agents and a rate card. You can set up one rate card and attach multiple customers to it. So we'll add another customer here, and then we have multiple customers on this rate card. Now when you've only got one customer per rate card, having the rate card titled after the customer makes some sense, but if you're going to use multiple customers, you might want to come back and change the rate card name. So we've set up this rate card called standard rates. Now down the bottom here we have detailed rates and shadow rates. In this video we're just going to look at detailed rates. We're going to cover shadow rates in the advanced rate card section. So you can have multiple schedules. By default we set one up for you. To add a new schedule, you just click on the green plus and you'll get a pop-up asking you to select the date. So we can go forward and select the date that the new schedule wants to start. In most instances we'd be expecting that you're copying the current rate card, and it's quite easy to put a simple increase or decrease in using a percentage. That's an optional, otherwise we'll just copy the rate card and you can edit there. The one we had is a new expiry date, which has changed to 31st of December, which is the day before our new one is scheduled to start on the 1st of January. We can come in and edit this new rate schedule at any time. Any con note created on the 31st of December will be priced with our old rates, and any con notes created on the 1st of January onwards would be have the new rates applied. So let's go in and look at this actual schedule. Once we come in, we can see that we've got a 4-step process. First of all, we've got service levels, then we look at freight items, our routes, and then our rates. So we need to add at least one for each of these sections. So for our service level, again we need to add at least one service level. There is a hyperlink here that you can go and edit or add more if required, but you can have multiple service levels as well. Step 2, we need to add some freight items. For most people this will be things like cartons and skids. Carton maybe a cents per kilo rate or a quantity rate, and a pallet we might want to rate differently. But again, you can go back using this hyperlink here to edit or add more freight items as required. Our zone source is our sending location based on the zones that we've assigned to this rate card. So we can select from the drop-down list where we want to send from, or start typing and we'll find a match for you. Once we select that zone source or the sending location, you'll see we've got X Sydney Metro here, and we've got the ability to set up rates to every other zone available. If we select Adelaide Metro, we can now see that each step of the way we try and give you an overview. So we've got our general service level and carton freight item, and now we're doing a Sydney Metro to Adelaide Metro rate. In step 4 here, we've got a range of different rates we can apply. The flat rate is commonly referred to as a basic. This is only applied once per consignment. The quantity rate again is based on the quantity, so if you want to charge per carton, per pallet, per item, this is where you'd set that up. The weight rate allows us to rate per kilo. The next most common one that people will use is a minimum charge. This is a minimum charge per consignment, not per item. If we want to set up some simple basic and kilo rate, we can say this connote has a basic of $2.50. And remember to click that update button, and then a simple kilo rate of 50 cents per kilo. If we come back and refresh the data by clicking in step 2, we can now see that Sydney to Adelaide Metro has one weight rate and one flat rate, and we can see a high level review here. The basic is $2.50, the flat rate, and our weight rate is 50 cents per kilo. You can add multiple weight rates and weight breaks if required. So anything over 250 kilos and up, we want to charge at 40 cents a kilo. Don't forget to click that update button. We will now have one flat rate or basic and two weight rates. Again, the basic's $2.50 and our kilo rates are 40 to 50 cents depending on the weight breaks we have here. You can add as many weight breaks as required. Setting up a quantity rate is almost exactly the same. Create a new rate and then put a total in there. In this instance, $10. You can have multiple rates for the same consignment. We've now got a basic, two weight rates and a quantity rate.